Hercule Poirot's Christmas. Snow fell softly outside the grand windows of Thornfield Manor as Hercule Poirot adjusted his bow tie. The famous detective had not planned to spend his Christmas solving a mystery, yet here he was, surrounded by suspicious faces and a dead body upstairs. Sir Richard Blackwood lay lifeless in his study, discovered just hours after announcing changes to his will at the family Christmas dinner. The wealthy industrialist's body was found slumped over his desk, a broken snow globe beside him, and the safe behind his favorite painting standing open and empty. "Most peculiar," Poirot muttered, twirling his mustache as he surveyed the gathered family members in the drawing room. Each had a reason to want Sir Richard dead, and each had an opportunity during the chaos of the Christmas celebrations. There was Lady Margaret, Sir Richard's second wife of just 2 years, elegantly dressed but clearly distressed. Next sat Thomas Blackwood, the eldest son, who had nearly bankrupted himself with gambling debts. Besides him, fidgeted Sarah Blackwood, the deceased's only daughter, who had quarreled bitterly with her father over her choice of husband. The new husband in question, James Cooper, stood by the fireplace, his working-class accent stark against the refined tones of the family. In the corner sat Dr. Peterson, the family physician who had been treating Sir Richard's heart condition and was conveniently present for Christmas dinner. "Now then," Poirot addressed the room, "we shall begin with the facts. Sir Richard was discovered at precisely 9:45 p.m. by Henderson the butler. The time of death, according to Dr. Peterson, was between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. During this time, each of you left the drawing room at least once." "We were all getting our gifts ready," Sarah protested. "It's tradition to exchange them at 10 o'clock. Parsis meant," Poirot nodded. "And someone used this tradition most cleverly. The killer knew the household routine well." Poirot walked to the Christmas tree, examining the ornaments. Sir Richard was killed by a blow to the head with the snow globe, yet there was something missing from the scene. Something that should have been there, but was not. Lady Margaret dabbed her eyes with a handkerchief. "What do you mean, Monsieur Poirot?" "The gift, madame. Where is Sir Richard's gift to the family? He always gave one grand gift to share, did he not?" Thomas shifted uncomfortably. "Father mentioned a surprise this year. Something about making things right." "Indeed." Poirot's eyes sparkled. "And that is what led to his death." The murderer could not allow Sir Richard to reveal his surprise. But they made one vital mistake. The detective walked to the fireplace, picking up a small piece of green paper from behind a log. "Gift wrap, with a very distinctive pattern of holly leaves. The same pattern I noticed on a package in someone's room during my investigation." Dr. Peterson stood suddenly. "This is absurd. I was attending to my medical bag when Sir Richard was killed." "Ah, but you were not, mon ami. You see, I spoke with the maid. She saw you leaving Sir Richard's study at 9:15, wearing gloves despite the warmth inside. Gloves that now have tiny fragments of glass from the snow globe embedded in them." The doctor's face paled. "You can't prove anything." "But I can. Sir Richard discovered you had been falsifying his medical records, prescribing medications he did not need, and stealing from him through inflated bills. Tonight, he planned to expose you with proof in a gift-wrapped package to the family documents showing your fraud. You could not allow this. He was going to ruin me." Dr. Peterson broke down. 20 years of practice, all destroyed because he decided to play detective with his medical records. "And so you killed him, using the Christmas celebrations as cover. You took the documents from the safe, but in your haste, dropped a piece of the gift wrap you'd seen him use. The same distinctive paper you later used to rewrap the stolen documents, which are now in your medical bag. Police Inspector Japp, who'd been quietly observing, stepped forward. Dr. Peterson, you're under arrest for the murder of Sir Richard Blackwood. As the doctor was led away, Poirot turned to the family. Sir Richard's last gift to you was the truth. Perhaps not the Christmas surprise you expected, but one that has brought justice. Clock struck midnight, and snow continued to fall outside Thornfield Manor. Hercule Poirot had solved his Christmas mystery, revealing that even in the season of giving, some gifts are deadly indeed. Lady Margaret approached Poirot, tears in her eyes. Thank you, Monsieur Poirot. Richard always said you were the best detective in England. Ah, Madame, Poirot smiled, straightening his bow tie once more. I am Belgian,